Hello, this is Dr. Suzanne. I would like to talk about the effect of a controlling husband on the marriage. According to the Bible, God created man, male and female. And you can read that in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 28. Meaning that they have a same measure of spiritual capacity with a combined mandate, which is to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish the earth, to subdue the earth, and to dominate over the fowl of the air, the fish of the sea, and every creeping thing on the earth. A man can never reproduce himself without a woman. A woman walking in the life of a man in love and in the assignment is destined to bring him peace, love, joy, elevation, wealth, legacy, all those good things men are looking for. Now, in the physical realm, the woman is built different. And although she has less physical strength because she's called the weaker vessel, and we know, men have testosterone, they are built, with more muscles, they are stronger. It's different, right? But the woman can be very strong in other areas, right? Just the physical strength of carrying a pregnancy, raising children, managing a household, managing businesses, doing all these things. So we have different types of strengths. Some men who do not understand the role of a woman or her assignment think that the woman is to be manipulated to submission. And then very quickly, they're going to turn this marriage into a nightmare. Of course, this never happens the first few years, but you can pay attention to a few signs very early in courtship. Let me insist again that a woman that is loved is going to be submissive, because submission and love are spirits. Submission only responds to love. It's like two pieces of puzzle. They only interconnect when they are matching. So men who don't love their wives, sometimes men will lust after a woman, just want her for what she can give him or bring to him. He wants her benefits, but he doesn't put any effort in building really love. To love someone is to put effort. You have to have consistency. You have to have respect. You have to have caring. Respect is the foundation of any relationship that has to last. It doesn't matter. It could be with your parents, with your children, with your colleagues. If there's no respect and you just see them as someone to possess or use, the relationship is not going to last. For sure. All right? So a man who wants to control a woman does not love her. Period. I'm telling you. They come up with all kinds of tactics to get the girl emotionally attached. They do this, they do that. But at the end of the day, they will pay for that. And I tell you how they pay for that at the end. So what can cause a controlling attitude or behavior in a man? Number one, childhood experiences, if they were negative. All of us go through the fear of abandonment. This is something all of us, especially if you're an older child and you have a younger sibling. When your mother had that baby, you got scared because all of a sudden your mom was so busy with this other child that you were like, oh my God, this child has to go back in the tummy. He's taking my mom's time. So all of us go through the wound of abandonment. But some people go through that a little bit deeper, and they develop this fear of abandonment where they become very controlling of everything and everyone around them. Second reason, if, for example, you had a loss or a hurt in the past when you meet someone else and you don't want to be hurt again, you begin to put some, measure around that person to make sure that the person stays and does not hurt you the way you got hurt last time, forgetting that everyone is different. Third reason is insecurities or low self-esteem. But this only happens when a man picks a woman that is slightly above him. He is going to look at her and know that this girl is smarter than me. She has the potential to make more than me. But because women don't think like that, you just love someone and you're gonna submit. But he doesn't see that. He sees you. He sees what you do, and he wants to tame you, to bring you down to his level. Another reason could be ego or pride. In some cultures or some tribes, men are very prideful. They will say stuff like, a woman cannot do this to a man, a woman cannot say this to a man. I mean, I know in Cameroon, there are some regions where there are so many rules for men and women that you even get lost. I'm telling you, these are the few signs you should pay attention to. Number one is someone who complains a lot. Number two, they criticize everyone. They are never at fault. Number three, they are very jealous and possessive. Number four, they are aggressive. And during conflict, they're going to quickly go into anger and screaming because they want to intimidate you. So you back off and you do what they want you to do, right? They have very strong demands. They know what they want, but they are not necessarily thinking about what you want. Sometimes they make nasty comments. They have a very sharp tongue. They are mean. They just say things that are not very caring to other people. And then they say, oh, this is who I am. I'm just telling the truth. I don't sugarcoat. They manipulate your perception, and it's called gaslighting. Meaning that, for example, you have an experience or a dream or something, you tell them about it, they will want to give you their interpretation of what you are going through and force you to agree with them. They intimidate with whatever they have. They will threaten you to divorce, because by saying that, they project that you will lose your social status, you will lose your financial status, you will lose your children, you will lose material possessions. So this is something they use all the time, okay? Especially if you are someone who depends on them. They will use that a lot. And then they control your movements. Wherever you go, they want to know where you were, what you were doing, with who you were doing that and all that, okay? What does it actually do in marriage that those men don't realize? So they come in and they want to control the woman because maybe she's the quiet person, maybe she doesn't argue too much, maybe she's very cooperative. What's going to happen? They will begin to instill a sense of fear in her. This is going to affect the communication in the couple, because the woman will not have the ability to be honest and to tell you everything with honesty, because she will not know what can make you change your mood. Those women will begin to do things quietly, and some of those things they will not even tell the husband. And the man is not even aware that she had a house, she had the land, she had cars, she did this for her siblings and that, because he does not allow the transparency in the couple. And that is a problem, right? It creates unhappiness in the woman, because if a woman is not happy because you talk to her anyhow, you belittle her, you threaten her, you corner her, she can't, do this, do that, you will not be happy. Because if a woman is not happy in a house, the husband is not going to be happy. The children are not going to be happy. So when the man wants to control a woman, he doesn't see all the consequences of what he's doing. And this is going to lead to a lot of headaches. Oh, Lord. You want to touch your wife. She said, I have headaches. Please leave me alone. I have headaches. This is the phenomenon of headaches. When you want to have intercourse with her, she's not going to be available. Or she's just going to stay there as a piece of wood and just say to herself, just do your thing and move on, And this can also cause stagnation in a man. Because when your sexual life is not fulfilling for a man, you are losing a lot of energy. First of all, you are you just get irritable. You get annoyed at a lot of things. Because you don't have that fulfillment. One of the things a man gets through intercourse is the satisfaction of his wife. That is such a boost in the life of a man. And in order for a man to have that, the relationship has to be, juicy. The relationship has to be lovely. So the woman can willingly come and seduce you, caress you, love you, and just lose herself in these orgasms. That's what gives a man the energy to go out there and do more. So if you mistreat your wife, how are you going to get to that level? You are signing up for your poverty. That's what men don't understand. And eventually this woman is going to divorce, because the minute another man detects that, this woman is not happy, let me make her happy. And he begins to love her, to pamper her, to be careful, to build this emotional connection, to be consistent with her. Hey, before you know it, she's leaving this husband. So, my brothers, I don't know if men listen to this channel. I don't even know. I'm talking to women. But this is the issue. These controlling men who demand submission and who don't have, they don't love their wives. I believe that's the root cause of the whole issue, because the Bible says, men, love your wives. Wives, be submitted to your husband. But it doesn't happen. It hardly happens, because men don't know how to love women. Maybe I have to do a video on how to love a woman. Maybe. How about that? Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.